Welcome to this interview. My name is Kendra Thompson. I am the operations manager for the Northwest Iowa Symphony Orchestra, and I am here with three of the four players in the Mill City String Quartet. So, welcome to the three of you, and you are going to be with us next weekend for our guest concert and you hail from the Twin Cities. So if you want, we'll just jump right in and we can kind of go around. If you want to introduce yourself, um, and maybe just talk a little bit about how your group formed and tell us your names and what you play as a part of this quartet. And Hulda, do you want to get us started?
Sure, I'd be happy to. I'm
Okay.
Hulda Niles. I play violin in the quartet, and we started the quartet in 2007, believe it or not. Erica and I went to college together and wanted to
Oh,
start a quartet right out of college together, professional quartet. And we chose the name Mill City because that's a nickname for Minneapolis, since it's right on the Mississippi, and there's Goldflower Mills was there and a bunch of other mills, so it got the nickname Mill City. And we thought that was a neat nod to the history of the city.
yeah. Yeah, great. One of you want to go next?
I'd be happy to go next.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So I am Erica Hogeveen, and so I'm the member that has the most connection with Northwest Iowa. I grew
Yes.
up in Sioux Center. I
Mhm.
went to Sioux Center Christian and Unity Christian High School, and I graduated from Dordt College with a violin performance degree. And I played with NISO, boy, probably 10 years, something like that.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you play the violin.
And I also play the violin. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Yes.
Well, then I
Great.
switch back and forth between playing first and second violin in the quartet. So you'll see
Okay.
us play, you'll see us switch places
Hmm.
concert.
So if you played with NISO for 10 years, where did you start in high school and then
I believe I started in middle school, like sixth or
okay.
seventh grade.
Mm.
I'm
That's
positive I
great.
could not play all of the notes at that time when I started playing,
Yeah,
but I did everything I could, and it was really enjoyable even then to be able to
that's
do that.
wonderful. Well, we pride ourselves on being a teaching orchestra. Sounds like you learned a few things. So
Yes,
that's great.
definitely. Yep.
That's great. And Coca.
I'm Coca Bachanko, and I play the viola, and I am a newer member of the quartet. I've been playing, I guess I joined in January of 23. Is that right?
Yep.
Um, and I love the I love the group. It's a really fun group to play with. So I'm really pleased that Hulda and Erica brought me on.
Wonderful. And tell me who we're missing.
We're missing Rebecca Parker Downs on cello.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And we wish her well, and we'll see her next weekend. So we kind of talked about your connection to NISO, which is wonderful. Hulda, did you also go to Dordt University then?
No,
No. Okay.
Erica and I met at the University of Minnesota,
Okay.
where
All
she
right.
did her graduate work.
Okay. Great. Um, so can you just tell us a little bit about your sound? What can we anticipate next weekend? Just anything you care to share about your sound or repertoire.
Well, our major focus, I guess, is playing pieces that aren't standard repertoire for the quartets. We like to try and find pieces by underrepresented composers, women, people of color. We're doing a lot of living composers. In fact, on our program next week, 5 of the 6 pieces that we'll be doing are written by living composers, which is really exciting. And we definitely have a focus on American composers, at least so far. That's sort of where things have landed. So again, 5 of the 6 pieces that we're doing next week will be living American composers.
Oh, that's great. Well, it sounds like kind of a homegrown native kind of feel. You want to stick to, I don't know, things that would identify you or be close to what you're trying to, I don't know, lift up that may not always be lifted up. Yeah, that's wonderful. Um, I know when I was looking up your website, there was mention of some awards you've won. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your regular programs that you do or some of your acclaim? You know, just tell us a little bit about what it's been like for you um, in Minneapolis or some of these programs and awards.
Yeah, we've won first prize in the Fanny Mendelssohn International Competition. Um, what's nice is some of these online competitions, even though they're international, because it's online, we can partake. And so we record a lot of our concerts and then send it in and they win awards. And it's been really fun to kind of see that collection of awards
Yeah.
grow. And another fun thing we did this summer was play for the Minnesota Twins. They had an
Oh, wow.
audition, yeah, that you could audition to play the national anthem, and they selected us. And so on August 11th, we went in there and played the national anthem. It was really fun and big
Yeah.
highlight of the season for us.
What an honor. Is there a recording of that if
Yeah,
people
I
wanted
can
to
share the
find it?
video. Yeah,
Yeah, share the link because I'll put that with this interview. That'd be fun to
absolutely.
watch and to hear your sound. Well, any other thoughts as we welcome people to this concert next weekend?
Well, I was just going to say a little bit more about the pieces that we're going to
Yes,
play.
please.
And I think maybe we'll play little snippets.
Oh, great.
I have my instrument, I think.
Oh, good. I was hoping you
Would be,
would. Yeah.
yeah. So we're going to start with a piece called Perspective Dwellers by Tamika Reed. And it's a really fun sort of jazz influenced piece. It starts with pizzicato in the viola and cello, and then the violins actually improvise some harmonics over it. And then we all come together. And what I love about that piece is she sort of lays down a groove and then it builds and there's like different layers, but like the groove keeps going. And she does that, I think it's about 3 or 4 different times over the course of the piece. So it's really fun to see how she builds different melodies or rhythms throughout that. And then a couple of pieces by a man named Carlos Simon, who is the current composer in residence for the Kennedy Center in DC. And he's been getting a lot of play these days with his pieces. He's winning awards, he's getting accolades. Just a fascinating young composer. He was born in 1986. So he's
A youngin.
Yes, exactly. So we're doing a piece called Warmth from Other Suns by him, which was loosely inspired by the Isabel Wilkerson book called The Warmth of Other Suns, about the Great Migration from the south of the US to moving north. And then his other piece that we're doing is called Elegy, A Cry from the Grave, and that was written as a response to the death of a few young unarmed Black men, and it's just a really strong, moving piece of music. And then we're doing Elizabeth McConkey's Quartet number 3. And I actually believe Erica is going to play a little part of this. This is actually the one non-American, non-living composer. She's British, I believe, spent most of her time growing up in Ireland and studied with Ralph Vaughan Williams and was quite well regarded by him as a composer. And she died in, is it 86? Is that right, Hulda? Somewhere
Probably, I don't remember.
The one that was born in 86 and one that died in 86. They kind of.
Hey, I hadn't even put that together.
Yeah.
Yes. So Erica's going to play, I think, a bit from the beginning of that.
Wonderful.
So one of the things that Hulda will talk about in her program notes during the concert is how Elizabeth McConkey vacillates between major and minor just with 2 different notes. So that's what I'm going to play for you right from the beginning of the piece.
Just gonna reach for my Kleenexes here. They're just right out of frame. Beautiful. Thank you for that sampling.
Yeah, the McConkey is a beautiful piece. It sort of alternates between that gorgeous, sort of poignant, sobbing part and then a very agitated presto section. It's just one quartet in one movement. Then we're also doing a piece by Shelley Washington called Middle Ground. And it is inspired and really makes us think of the Great Plains and space. And there's something very open and American sounding about it to us. So I think it's pretty appropriate that we're going to be playing it in.
I think Iowa will appreciate it
Right
too.
And I think Hulda's going to play
Okay.
some of that.
I'm just gonna, can you hear this?
Yep.
Okay, good. I got the right setting.
It cut out a little towards the end. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Can you do your original mic and do a little bit more?
I had mine on,
Oh
so
no.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Well, some of it came through. This is good.
You
It gives
maybe can,
people a teaser. You just have to come to the concert. The acoustics will be better too. But
yeah.
did you also have something you wanted to play, Coca?
Yeah, I was gonna play just a little bit from the final piece that we're gonna do, which is Jesse Montgomery's Strum. And it starts out with the viola by itself, and she actually indicates for me to play holding my instrument like a guitar. So I thought that
All
would be
right.
fun to play, and we'll see, because I am not tech savvy. I don't know if I have the right setting on or not.
Okay. Heard a couple plucks in there, but you know what? This is just going to make it more intriguing for people
There
to
you go.
come. So thank you all for the time to talk about your show and your repertoire. And I'm just so excited to meet you all and to meet the fourth person. Her name is
Rebecca.
Rebecca. So just a reminder to folks that this concert is happening Friday, October 11th at 7:30 p.m. in the BJ Hahn Auditorium on Dordt University's campus, and we invite you to come. There are still tickets available. Adult tickets are $30 and children's students are free. So really there's no excuse. You should come. And I thank you all for being here, and we'll see you in person next on October 11th. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Kendra.